Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me once again. With the World Cup just around the corner and everybody's excitement is no doubt building regarding what should be a fantastic tournament. It promises to be a mouth-watering spectacle in a country that absolutely loves cricket. I'm sure the grounds will be absolutely packed full of cricket-mad fans, and obviously we'll all be watching from various corners of the globe. Thought we'd do something a little bit different today insofar as the World Cup is concerned. I'm looking at 5 standout performers who I think could possibly be stars at this World Cup. Yeah, most of them are familiar names, but they are players who I think could lead their country to success, and they will be pivotal in the success of their respective teams. Where else to start than the man many call the king, Lahore-born Babar Azam, current Pakistan captain in all 3 formats. So let's look at some of his numbers and why I feel he could be a fantastic performer at this World Cup. Number 1 in the ODI rankings, he has been for what seems like an eternity. Shubman Gill is closing up on him, but I'm sure he'll be keen to keep hold of that number 1 spot that he's held for so long. Look, he can't be number 1 for that long without being a fantastic batsman, which we know he is. 19 ODI hundreds, that's second highest on the list for Pakistan. He's closing in on Saeed Anwar's record. He's only played a fraction of the number of matches that Saeed Anwar did in the 50-over format. So he's going to smash that record, and who knows how many ODI hundreds this guy will end up with. It's a fantastic achievement. Batting average in ODIs of 58.16. That's incredible, really. Numbers that not many batsmen around the world can emulate. They are amazing numbers, really. He's the glue of the Pakistan batting. He really is. He holds the batting together. And it's almost like when he's out, the nation of Pakistan just feels that, oh dear, how many runs are we going to end up with? We might not be able to chase this total down. He really is the premier batsman in Pakistan and one of the premier batsmen around the world. And, he's somebody who I feel in Indian conditions where they will be largely batting friendly, he could have an amazing tournament. This cover drive is just a thing of beauty. I used to enjoy Mohammed Yusuf's cover drive, but I think Babar Azam's cover drive is almost as elegant and pleasing on the eye as Mohammed Yusuf's used to be, which, I never thought I would say that about any other Pakistani batter, but it's true, isn't it? As I say, he carries the Pakistan batting. Elegance, finesse, timing. Some batters around the world are all about brute strength. This guy is just all class, isn't he? And he's cool, he's calm out there. Bowlers in the past have tried to work him over, rile him up, but it's a waste of time. The guy is just, he's ice cool in the middle. Whether that continues in Indian conditions, that is going to be interesting because he's going to have the pressure of the home nation. He's going to have the pressure of captaincy, the pressure of the Pakistani fans. And when I say home nation, I mean the support of the Pakistani fans, wanting them to do well, especially because the World Cup is in India. So he's going to have a lot of pressure around him, a lot of scrutiny. The opposition bowlers are going to target him, but that's something that's been there throughout his career. As I say, he's that main batter that the opposition teams will look at to get out early. But as I say, I think he'll have a great tournament. He said recently that finishing in the top 4 isn't good enough for Pakistan. He wants Pakistan to win the tournament. That's the spirit. That's what a leader should say. That's what a captain should say. He should be all about positivity and going there to India where they've arrived recently and to win the tournament. There's got to be no other objective other than to win the tournament. Babar, obviously captain, as I said, there'll be extra pressure on him, but he's one of my 5 stars to watch. And as I've said earlier, I think he will be one of the standout performers at this World Cup. So who have we got next on the list? Shubman Gill. What a batter. He's so good to watch, apart from when he's scoring runs against Pakistan, of course. I'm sure all Pakistani fans will agree with that. He's number 2 in the ODI batting rankings. He is closing in on Babar Azam. So I think if he has a good World Cup and Babar doesn't have a successful World Cup, then we could finally see somebody taking over Babar Azam in those ODI rankings. I mean, his average is 66.10. Let me repeat that, 66.10. And this isn't after about 10 or 15 ODIs. He's played 35 ODIs. So that level of consistency is just amazing, isn't it? Strike rate as well, 102.84. So he's not one of those selfish batters who scores runs for himself. He scores them for the team. Not one of those batters who goes out there just to play for his average and for himself and to have a strike rate of 70, 75, 80. This guy's strike rate is over 100, meaning he's scoring at least a run a ball. Form at the moment is just incredible. We've seen him do so well at the Asia Cup. Some amazing and brilliant innings recently. He's a champion batter, no doubt about it. Home conditions, those home fans are going to be cheering everything he does, every run he scores. They'll be behind him. So he is going to have a big tournament, I feel. Stylish batter. He's got that silky touch. He's elegant. I mentioned about Babar Azam earlier in this video, and this guy is similar insofar as he's not one of those brute strength type of batters that we see. He's wristy, he's got elegance about him, he's pleasing on the eye, great to watch, isn't he? He caresses the ball. It's almost like he's on 40 runs before you know it, off 30 balls or 35 balls. You look at the TV screen, you look at the scoreboard, and the guy's on, as I say, 40 runs in no time. Deceiving batter. As I say, he's not one of those guys who will smash sixes all over the park using his brute strength. He'll just play the shots through the field, and he's a dangerous opponent. As I say, he's cool, he's calm, he's at the crease, he knows what he's doing, he's got a wide range of shots. The only thing that could lead to his downfall at the World Cup are the level of expectations, especially in front of the home crowds. I've said before that the home crowds will be cheering every run he scores, but that level of expectation, the pressure of being the favourites, the pressure of the home conditions might go against him. But he is an outstanding batter, and he's my second star of the World Cup. We move on to a bowler this time. Shaheen Afridi, known as the Eagle. Pakistani fans don't need reminding of his skills and what he's capable of. He's Pakistan's premier pacer in all 3 formats. He's a wicket taker. He's 8th in the ODI rankings, which are a little bit misleading, I think, because obviously he was out injured. 86 wickets in 44 one-day internationals. That's almost 2 wickets a game, which is incredible. And as I say, he's a wicket taker. He's a wicket taker in those early overs. In that first over, he's always lethal, isn't he? He can knock over a couple of the opposition batters in that first over, and before they know it, they're 3 for 2 or whatever, and they're chasing the game then. A dangerous opponent. This guy can take wickets in the middle overs. He's brilliant with the old ball at the end of the innings as well. He would have been a bigger threat, I think, if Naseem Shah was at the World Cup, but nonetheless, he's a handful. He can single-handedly win a match for Pakistan. He can single-handedly bring Pakistan back into a match that it looks like they could be losing. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant bowler he is. As I said, new ball, old ball, it doesn't matter to him. He can reverse the ball, he can swing it, he can in swing, good variety, good slow ball as well. So I think when teams look at Pakistan And, when the batting lineup looks at the Pakistani bowlers, this guy will be on the top of their radar to watch out for. He's an intelligent cricketer, captain of Lahore Qalandars. We know that. He's led them to 2 PSL championships. He's a smart cricketer insofar as he can work batters out. He knows what he's doing out there. He's not just somebody who comes in and bowls ball after ball in the same area, 140 kph. He's a thinking cricketer as well. He's improved his batting, so he runs down the bottom of the order. A quick 20 or 30 here and there every now and then could be very useful as well. So that's an area of his game that he's immensely improved in. Indian conditions, that might be the only thing against him, really. The pressure of playing in India, the pressure of being the premier bowler for Pakistan, the pressure of not having Naseem Shah, and, as I say, unfamiliar conditions in India where he's not played. Like so many of the Pakistani players, he's not played in India as well. So it'll take him a bit of time, maybe, to get into the tournament. But I think he's one of the standout performers. I think one of the guys who could have a brilliant tournament at this World Cup. So he's number 3 in my 5 stars to watch. Next, we have Jos Buttler. Average of 41.57, strike rate of 118. He's a destructive batter, isn't he? At that top of the order, he can smash any bowling attack all over the park. Dangerous opponent. Different to the likes of Babar Azam and Shubman Gill. This guy, before you know it, he could have 60 or 70 off 40 balls, 45 balls. He gets stuck in straight away. And in those Indian conditions with fairly flat decks, this guy could tear apart any bowling attack in this World Cup. And, he's somebody who, at that top of the England order, we know how England play. We know how England go into this format as well. He's somebody who could lead the team to 100 off 12, 100 off 13 overs. And the opposition are playing catch-up then. You've got a batting lineup that have got 100 so quickly with Jos Buttler 60, 70 not out. And the rest of the game is going to be an uphill struggle, no matter how flat or how batting friendly the conditions are. This guy's range of shots as well. Offside, leg side, straight, 6s, 4s. He's immensely powerful as well. I think his power is sometimes overlooked. And, the finesse as well, the range of shots, those reverse sweeps and that whole 360 zone where he can score runs. You try and block the offside, he can smash you to the leg side and vice versa. He's just an incredible batter who the opposition know his strengths, but whether they can stop him or not is another thing. His versatility, the creativity of the shots. He's quick in working out the opposition bowlers as well. He's quick in working out the weaknesses of the opposition bowling lineup. Another smart cricketer as well. Difficult to set a field to. He's every captain's nightmare, this guy. I'm sure all the captains at the World Cup who will be playing against England, top of their list, or amongst the top of their list, will be, we've got to get Buttler out early. Because if this guy's out there for 10, 15, 20 overs, you're going to be chasing a big score, or the opposition are well on the way to achieving their target. He's a big match player. What hasn't he won? He's one of those players, one of those cricketers who seems to perform when it matters the most. He's one of those cricketers who performs when his team needs it most as well. And again, another intelligent, smart cricketer. He's the key for England's batting. The pressure will be on him, like I've mentioned already with the other guys as well. The pressure is going to be on these guys, but Jos Buttler is one of those cricketers who performs at his best when the heat is on. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. As I say, batting friendly conditions expected. This guy will be dynamite. A fifth star, certainly last but not least, is Mohammed Siraj. Number one ranked ODI bowler, and he's not ranked number one through luck. It's through performances, through consistency. Clever cricketer, smart bowler, 54 wickets in 30 ODIs. Similar sort of numbers to Shaheen Afridi insofar as almost 2 wickets per ODI, which is incredible, really. Great numbers. Slightly inexperienced, as I say, 30 ODIs, but nonetheless, he's somebody who knows the Indian conditions. You know, he'll have that advantage of knowing those surfaces that he's going to be bowling on, knowing what to expect, knowing what sort of help he'll get from those conditions. And he will be India's key bowler, I think. I know everybody talks about Bumrah, but you might find some teams will try and see Bumrah out, and that's when Siraj comes in to his own. Because I think if players are trying to take a risk, or batters are going to take a risk against him, then it could get interesting against this guy. It's not just his number of wickets; it's its economy rate, 4.87. I mean, that is amazing in modern day cricket, especially in conditions where so many grounds have smallish boundaries, where they're batting friendly conditions as well. To have an economy rate of under 5 is almost unique. It's incredible for a pace bowler. As I say, his recent form has been great. He had a fantastic Asia Cup. He's been doing really well recently, and he'll be well rested as well. India have rotated their paces very smartly over the recent times. And he took 6 for 21 versus Sri Lanka recently in the Asia Cup, which are his best ODI figures. So he goes into the World Cup in full form, confident, fully fit, a bowler at the top of his game. He has variety. Yeah, he bowls with a decent click as well. But, he's got that slow ball. He's got a variety of slow balls. And he's another who's a clever bowler, similar to Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's a smart bowler who works the opposition batters out. And again, he's somebody who most of these batters will have faced either at the IPL or in international cricket. But knowing what a bowler can do and actually keeping a bowler like Siraj out is two different things. As I say, home conditions, crowds will be behind him. If he's charging in, which he most often does, that the crowd are going to be right behind this guy, and he could be a real handful in India at this World Cup. I think he'll be the key to India's success, or one of the keys to India's success. We talk about the powerful Indian batting lineup, that especially at the top order, that top 4 is phenomenal, and they'll be gunning for opposition bowlers. But I think it's all well and good scoring those runs, but you need the bowlers as well. And Siraj, in tandem with Jasprit Bumrah, is going to be a handful for the opposition as well. I think the key to success in India at this World Cup will not only be the runs scored at the top of the order, but I think early wickets as well. Those early wickets will count in so far as putting the opposition under pressure, limiting the opposition, and guys like Siraj will be, I think, difficult customers for opposition teams. So that's my 5 stars for this World Cup. I think these 5 guys will have great tournaments. They are the key to their respective teams' success, and I think all 5 will be worth watching. Thanks very much for viewing. All the best.